I'm going to talk about scary stories about Ouija boards. And actually, I made a video about Ouija boards and I explained how they work, but today I'm going to explain again if you haven't seen that video yet. And Ouija boards are boards that we can actually summon ghosts with it, and it has some ABCD English alphabets with numbers and with yes and no on the top, and you ask that ghost some questions and that ghosts answer with numbers, with actually with yes and no on these things, and it has a something that thing moves and show you the spirit answers. And today I'm going to talk about the stories. And guys, before I forget, I have a really good news for you, but bad news for me. I'm going to summon a demon. Actually, not summon a demon. Use a Ouija board I have made, if I can find it. If my dad hasn't... No, it's still there, I hope. Okay. Dad, please don't put it in the trash. Actually, I'm going to use my Ouija board and summon some demons with you guys. And you shouldn't tell my parents, they'll kill me. I have tried to call a ghost with my friend Dana, but I couldn't. It didn't work. But we'll see if this happens in my next videos when I'm going to summon a demon with you. Okay, let's hop into our stories. The first story is called Hexed. Justin played with the Ouija board one day with several of his friends. They asked questions, but instead of the planchette moving to certain letters, it began to move in a strange pattern. Oh, I remember. The name of that thing is planchette that moves and shows you the spirit's answer. It began to move in a strange pattern. It went to all four corners of the board and made an X. The 32-year-old New Jersey resident tells Reuters Digest then just went in circles. The next time he used the board, it was with a different friend at his house again. The planchette moved in the same strange pattern. I feel like it was some kind of hex. He continues, later that night, when he was sleeping, he felt a forceful hand grab his arm and wake him up. Everyone else in the house was sound asleep, looking for a less freaky foray into the supernatural. Oh my god. It wasn't scary. Okay, a forceful hand grabbed his arm. Nothing else happened. Come on. Okay, can you see me? Yeah. The next story is a ghostly glitch. Ghostly glitch? What? Abby was in her room one night after playing with the Ouija board earlier that day. As she was getting ready for bed, the computer screen changed from black to blue. It turned on by itself. She turned the computer off. Again, the computer clicked itself back to life. Anxious, Abby unplugged the computer completely, and then the unpowered computer started back up again. She buried the Ouija board in her backyard that same night. Just imagine someone burying her Ouija board. If you don't particularly want a Ouija board story of your own, these Halloween party games will get you enough. Okay. Why did she... it turned on by itself. Okay. Sometimes this happens with me too. This happens with me too. Okay, I hope Dad has buried my Ouija board right now. Okay. The next story is called Solo Play. Most people play with a Ouija board in groups, or at least with one other person. But Oceana wanted to try to use it on her own. Like me, I want to do this, so this will happen to me too. She put her hands on the pointer and asked questions, but nothing happened. She took her hands off the pointer and was about to put the game away when the planchette began to move around on its own. I'll never try that again, says the 30-year-old from New Jersey. Wait a moment! Are these stories true? I hope not. Okay. The open circle. When Winnes, now 30, was a child, one of his friends goaded him into playing with a Ouija board in his basement. Young Winnes didn't expect anything out of the ordinary to happen, so he went along with it. Once they started to play, however, the lights began to flicker, the air around them grew cold, and a spirit began to communicate with them through the board. The spirit spelled out a Russian name and claimed he had been murdered. We took a break to make some pizza rolls, Winnes says, but we forgot to close the circle when we were done. If you're new to Ouija board stories, that's a giant no-no. Really? I don't know that. Okay. After returning to the basement, the energy was much heavier and books and things were sprawled out on the floor. And yet, the board remained perfectly still in the center of the room, just how they had left it. Upon looking at a mirror that we had nearby, the eye of the Ouija board was moving sporadically in its reflection for more tales that will keep... Oh my god. Okay, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Okay, the next one is a haunted house warming. Oh my god, I hope there's no fire in it. The first time I used a Ouija board, I was about 6 or 7, but I was with my mom and older sister, who was about 15 at the time. Paige, now 24, tells Reader's Digest. The family had just moved to a new house, much bigger and much older than the one they lived in previously. That night, Paige, her mother, and her sister were eating pizza on the living room floor since they didn't have all the furniture set up yet, and they put on a fire to ease the chill of the fall air. After dinner, her sister pushed her mom to let them play with their old Ouija board. As we were using it, Paige recounts a box in the living room that had some books and it literally flew across the room. Shortly after that, the fire inexplicably went out, and the mother was so shaken that she took the girls to their grandmother's house to spend the night. If the story doesn't come to skip the Ouija board, okay. These stories are not so spooky. And the last story that I'm going to tell you is so short. Summer Camp Scared. Ouija board stories don't necessarily have to involve the professionally packaged toy as a child. Liam was at summer camp one year when he and some other boys drew their own Ouija board on a large sheet of paper. Like me! As soon as we started using it, he says, we heard knocking coming from inside of the lockers. Yikes. Side note, as any scary movie aficionado knows, never check out those sorts of suspicious noises. If you need a refresher on that, watch a few of these Halloween movies on Hulu. God. These are scary. Okay, I'm going to read another story, Blackout. There are times in all of our lives when we question if something is really a coincidence or if it is, in fact, much more meaningful. When Becky used a Ouija board during her first semester in college, she had one of those experiences. A few minutes in, we lost power, she says. Some car hit a pole on our street. The timing was strange, she says, to say the least. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It wasn't so scary, not for me. I don't know if you're scared or not. Maybe if you're 5 and you're watching this video, you'll have to be scared, but me not. And older than me, the people that are older than me I don't think they're scared. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. And please comment any other suspicious things you want me to talk about. And subscribe for more videos like this. Ring the bell. And nothing special. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!